Well, let's see what I got for you today here on my oil filter review. I got a Denso. So, this Denso, let's see here. I was trying to find where it was made on this box, but I believe it says made in China. It says right there. Well, at least the box is, but this filter is made in China. Working with various manufacturers, Denso, well, okay, yeah, they featured in benefits: durable still housing, efficient paper medium, reliable anti-drain back valve, and special formulated rubber O-rings. Very nice. So, yes, we have the Denso, made in China. Where was I there before I was interrupted? Special formulated rubber O-ring. Does look nice. It's got kind of a rounded look to it. Well, wait till I get into this filter so we can see how good this filter really is. But yeah, it says on the top LF24. The number of it is 150-2043 or 115040-0170. Don't ask me what those numbers mean. I don't know. This was sent to me, and it's got a nice finish on it. It's not slippery or anything, so it'd be good to grip. And let's get this seal off here. Just my knife. Let's get this. Well, that's a tight. Well, at least it has that, right? And there is. It's kind of oily in here already. I guess that preserves it so it does not rust. So a little bit of oil on it already, which is a good thing. And the seal. Let's see. I got a feeling this seal, yeah, it's got a lip. The seal has a lip on it to go underneath this ridge right here. So it probably holds on very well. And it is actually, doesn't feel rubber. Kind of feels nitrile or something like that, or silicone. So maybe that seal is that way. But let me get her in the cutter and we'll start cutting it. But yes, we do see it is made in China. Okay. I thought Denso was Japanese, but maybe I'm wrong. They did say there they do go to other places to have filters made. But I'm sure this is made to Denso's qualifications. So, let's get her on here. Let's see how thick this will be. And let's start cutting her open. Can't actually wait to see this one. I've never been inside a Denso filter. I don't ever remember using one. But if this turns out good, maybe it's time to start. I do know they're a little more expensive than other filters. So, yeah, that could be the hindrance right there for many people who would like to use a good filter. But this one is more expensive than normal filters, than economy filters. Well, let's see if this thing inside is built as well or better than an economy filter, and it deserves that price range. Well, I heard something. She's already going through. So, she is already going through. I heard that. Yeah, you can hear the little snaps where it's starting to let go. You know, yeah, she is pretty well through. There she is. She's through. That did not take much to get through. Or I'm just more efficient at doing this now. That could be it too. Who knows? Maybe I'm more efficient. Okay, let us get on to this. I do love how that cutter opens these up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 threads. 4 threads. And the plate, very heavy plate, actually. This plate does feel kind of beefy. It is kind of a bigger filter. Don't know what it's for, but it is a bigger filter. And yeah, it's It's built well so far. Looks like there would be no leakage from that. And we have a, that's either nitrile or rubber. I don't know, kind of hard to say what this is. Rubber, nitrile, or silicone. Doesn't feel like silicone. It might be nitrile. And, ooh. It's got a real spring. It's already winning me over with the real spring. That's not too shabby. That's a nice feature. Now, the filtration medium is a bit darker, so it would mean it's a little different than a normal filtration media. But, as we see here, it does have a bypass valve. And it's really not, that's pretty good. That's actually not a bad bypass valve. That probably works just perfect for this filter. So, I'm gonna get, and the metal end caps are really well done, by the way. Like, you can tell these were stamped very well. Nothing bad around here where I showed a few filters. I'm sorry, loop, but around here where oil could leak, a loop has a, I've tested 2 of them now. I've checked 2, and they both had cracks in the process of stamping them there, and they just let them out the door. So that's 2 different types of filters that have possible leaking points. So sorry, loop, I'll probably never use you. But yeah, I'm going to cut this filter open, but first, it does have a steel, what do you call it? A steel thing here. Mind is leaving me. But as we can see, the pleats are very uniform through this, and they look very nice. But they're connected with this steel strip, and I'm guessing this is pretty well made. This could change my mind. It has that spring, you see. But yes, I'm going to cut it open, and we'll see how well it actually is. I'm going to tell you a little thing about filters that drives me crazy once in a while. Look how big this filter is. I've got lots more room for a lot more filtration up and down. And when I opened this, I thought this would be a lot thicker and taller. But instead, it was actually quite a short little filter inside there. So that takes away a lot of the filtration. But if it works, right? But yeah. Now let's take out this metal strip. And there we go. And let's give her a rip here. It's actually cut very easy. Easier than I thought it would. But look at that. Look at this filtration. Is there a lot there? It's not even very thick. But that's actually not a whole lot of filtration for whatever you're doing. So maybe, I don't know if I would use this. There's not a whole lot of filtration there. Like, wow, some of the other ones I've used, they're for the same size of filter, are just massive amounts of filtration. But it does have a steel tube, and it looks like it's a well-built steel tube. But yeah, well, let's check this filtration. Let's see. And as you can see, she is pretty thin. And, well, she doesn't rip that easily, but she's thin, and there's not a lot of it. This is the working, this is the actual, how much filtration you would get. This short little inch, it's about an inch, I would say, of filtration. And it's not that much, actually, to keep your engine filtered. I don't know how much it says these things are good for. Don't think it says on here anywhere. So, who knows? Maybe your standard 3,000 kilometer or a 3,000 mile, 5,000, 6,000 kilometer filter. But I wouldn't say this filtration is that bad. It's actually pretty good. I don't see anything in it, though, that would say that it isn't just your typical paper filter medium. I don't see any, like, when you rip a synthetic one apart and anything, it shows it kind of shows up as synthetic in them when you tear them. And with this one, it just kind of shows as paper. So this is probably just your typical paper filtration. And this would probably stop me from using a Denso in the future for any vehicle I have. Sadly, I bought one for my F-250 truck, and it's the only one I have, so I think I will put it on that truck. That truck gets less than 1,000 kilometers on it a year, but so it should be just good enough, and I change it every couple of years anyway, so it should be fine. With this cup, yeah, it's a little flimsy, but it's not terrible. It's just the cutting wheel cut through it so nice, and it's not bad. So would I use this on my vehicle? Well, I have one for my truck, so I'm going to, but that's going to get maybe in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe 2,000 kilometers on it, and then I just change it out anyways. Would I use this on a vehicle as a daily driver? Maybe. If I didn't have other nice filters to use, I would use this. Is there good features to this filter? Yes, there is. Many good features. The sealing surface, in fact, very nice. Very nice. 4 threads. The spring. Why does the spring have to be so big? Couldn't we have taken out a little bit of this spring, maybe ½ an inch, and put it into the filtration? I don't know. But yeah, that's the big thing. This is almost like the size of a little tractor filter would be. But hey, would I use it? Like I said, I'm going to, but it's what I got, and it'll probably do a great job. When I'm done, I'll probably rip into that filter in a few years and see how well it did. Yeah, this is a hard one to decide if it's a pass or not. I just don't like how, you know, there's not as much filtration as a lot of other filters of the same size. So I'm going to hold judgment on this until I think about it a bit. But it's a very fine filter. It's built really nice, except for the filtration. Everything else, great, I would say. It's great. Well, thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I'll be catching you later.